Hey, so this is the part 2 of reviewing this insanely good VSL. If you haven't watched the previous one, I suggest you watch yesterday's video and go from there. So yeah, let's go.
The script that you're showing people how to build an ads with. The SOP on how to set it up. It could be a collection of your best performing ads. It could also be a template so they can run their own.
He's giving them ideas of what they can do. He's giving them examples.
This is already created. Great content isn't created, it's collected. And this can all be sold for individual pricing points. I'm willing to bet that the things you could sell, I'm willing to bet two things. One is you could get more clients if you sold a one-time thing before. And the second thing I'm willing to bet is you already have these things that you could sell for one-time purchases, right? It's already done. Like,
it's already done. You don't have to do anything. Again, he's reducing the time and effort, the sacrifice that you might think you have to do to join this thing and do this model so you can make more money. So yeah, I love this.
Here isn't how big of a stuff you can create.
Handling another objection.
All can you see so that you can extract the tiny little things that could be sold individually. So what we sell here is actually three things. The first one is we sell assets. You already saw, these are the assets here. The second thing we sell is repurposing. And this is what we call red velveting. So red velveting is, I don't know if you know this, but chocolate cake. Red velvet is actually chocolate cake.
Yeah, I love red velvet.
What does that tell you? And it's actually sold for more. So you can sell the same thing as long as you make it look slightly different. So let's say you have 10 trainings, right, on your portal. What you can do is you can combine, and you see that 1 and 5 combine really well. Like they go really well together, you can sell a bundle. And then you red velveted it. You have the chocolate cake, you put red velvet on it, you sold it as a new thing.
Look at this analogy he made. Look at how he just did what he said. He just packaged something in an insanely good way.
And the third one, which is personally my favorite, is you can get paid to create. Content creators create to get paid. Cash creators get paid to create. So how does this work? The other day, I ran a workshop for my own clients inside Cash Creators, and I showed them how to accomplish a certain outcome, right? Now, usually, before, I would have just run the training and like kept it there and that's it, right? But what you can do is you can sell one-time tickets to it so that people can come here and see what are you working on, and you can sell it. So the other day, I was going to create a training for which, I was going to do it anyway, but I sold $100 tickets to it, and 97 people bought. That's $9,700 for work I was going to do anyway. I didn't create to get paid, I got paid to create. And then 4 clients in the back end of that, because I had the right touch points, 4 people in the back end of that then became clients. Again, trust me, inertia. The more money someone gives you, the more money they're likely to give you. So,
prove his point. And this is also like a callback loop, because this is something he mentioned before, about that the more money somebody gives you, the more money they will give you. So yeah, I love it.
If you sell them a one-time thing, that means you're talking to somebody with money, with a problem, that's willing to pay. I don't know what's a better lead than that. One customer is worth 50 leads. So if you know how to turn your assets, if you know how to red velvet and repurpose, and you know how to get paid to create stuff you're going to do anyway, then you have more than enough ammo to monetize and turn people into customers. So far, hopefully you haven't get lost. We got leads with Wellbait. We turn them into customers with insight-based content, not value, because that only slows leads down. And then we sell them stuff we already have so that we can get paid to create. Now the big question, how do you turn them into clients?
The big question, transition.
Okay, how do you turn them into clients? Now, what I do is I just have a Google Doc offer. I don't have sales calls. I don't have setters.
You're like, what? What the fuck is a Google Doc offer?
I used to have a 15-member team. I don't anymore. It's just me and Christian against the world. Christian's my deal.
It's just me and this dude. So you don't need any teammates either.
How? We just have a Google Doc with 4 offer components. Why does this work? Remember, I'm not talking to leads here. I'm only talking to people who have already paid me something. And these conversations are much easier because they already saw you doing your magic. They know who you are. Like, a lot of the bottlenecks of why we can't get clients is because people just don't know how good you are. And they don't know how good you are because you haven't given them a chance to give you a small amount of money so that there's be some skin in the game. And then you'll be able to like prove, okay, here's who you're talking to. This is what I can do. When you show them what you can do and you're in your zone and you convert them with a customer offer, then it's way easier to sell. And we do so.
Again, he's explaining it. That's what you want to do in VSLs, man. if you don't explain your mechanism, if you don't explain your process, don't expect them to join.
With a Google Doc with 4 offers.
And that's why before you start writing, you need to know exactly how your client's mechanism works. If you don't, screw it, man.
For components. The first one is promise and time frame. And I'm gonna write this here with a key takeaway on each because there's 4 components. That's how you know I'm not selling how to use an iPad course anytime soon. Okay, promise and time frame. Now, the big one here is clear offers.
Another funny joke.
Be it irresistible offers. The nature of coaching and consulting is everybody's trying to like measure their dicks against each other. Everybody's like, this is what I can do. It's so much better, so much bigger. Like a huge promise, and if not, I'll buy you a round trip to Bali. Like stuff like that. That is not enticing. At least
Throw more stones.
it's not to the right person. Clear offers.
Justification.
Offers. When you can clearly articulate, and it's helpful for it to pass the visibility test. If the person can close their eyes and see what the offer is going to accomplish for them, then you get a lot of value from it. An example: I sold. What was it? I sold I was gonna sell like an offer compilation of mine. So I could have said like, offer maximization so you can 10x your business and supercharge your lead flow, right? Whatever that means. Or I could be very clear and say, these are my 90 best offers. It's in a swipe file. Do you want it? Right? It's very clear. An offer, often we just fail at making offers because it's just not too clear. And if we have a definite time frame on how we're going to achieve it and it makes sense, then that bit's an irresistible offer. Second thing is big too. It's path.
He threw stones at the current thing they're doing. That's what everybody does. The offer maximization method to this. He makes it sound like it's garbage.
A path is designed to reduce the anxiety in the prospect. So buying is exciting. It also induces a little bit of anxiety. Why? So let's say you're in a dark hall, but there's a diamond in the end, and you got 2 dudes right next to you. Dude A tells you there's a diamond in the irresistible offer. There's a diamond over there. I'll take you to it. But you don't know if it's dark. You don't know if there's snakes.
He's giving you an analogy. He's doing this story. I love this story. I love it.
It's kind of scary. You don't know what's going to happen, right? Whereas the guy next to you, to the other side, he lights up.
Look at how he's explaining his mechanism, bro. Like I know I keep telling this again and again, but just look at how he's explaining his mechanism.
Flashlight shows you the way. He's like, let me take you there. Who are you going to pay to take you there? Probably the guy with the flashlight, right? Because it just makes sense. The path is designed to reduce the anxiety in the prospect. If you can clearly articulate how you're going to get to the diamond, to the promise, that puts you way ahead than people who offer a bigger diamond. I had 2 offers, one offered less than the other one, but because this one was clear, it outperformed the other one. So if you can clearly articulate how they're going to get there, that's like...
He said clearly. I tried both of those things and this worked.
Maybe it's not believable, but it puts you above like 90% of people because people just like take an offer template and they just run with it, and you know that's kind of not how it works. Okay, next, pricing. So people are not afraid of paying; they're afraid of committing.
Another aha moment. Another aha
So
moment.
that it's compelling.
You need to be giving them these aha moments throughout your VSL. You need to be telling them things that shift their levels of awareness. This is the previous way they were thinking about this. This is the new way they're thinking about this. And when you bring people to your way of thinking, that's when it's the best time to sell them. Because they're already aligned.
In a way that it's like you're not stuck. Like this is not a liability. This is an asset. And there's many ways to use pricing engineering so that it won't be, it's a $2,000 purchase every month for the next 12 months and you're committed due to the contract. If you can articulate pricing in the right way, and there's many ways you can do so, then things just get easier. It's not just about slapping a label on it. And what I found is that because of prospect inertia, you make more money when you offer the small payment first. The industry optimizes for show the big paid in full amount first and then offer payment plans second. I invert it. I offer payment plans first. And because prospect inertia, the more money someone gives you, the more money they're likely to give you, then that gets more paid in full. By switching how you present the money amounts, you can drastically increase how many people take you.
Again, he's doing it a different way.
And the last one is my favorite. It's why not. And we gotta understand one thing here, and a lot of people disagree with it, but I found it to be true to me, is that people are not moved by value as much as they're moved by consequences. So there's a cash creator and there's a nice creator. Who's the nice creator? The nice creator is the guy who's always open, always helpful, always available. Now, that sounds good in theory, but the problem with that is that leads know that if they don't give you money today, you will still be there tomorrow. Leads know that if they ghost, you're still going to be making the same offer and you're going to take them tomorrow. I do not fuck with that. I like having consequences so that people understand things go away here. So all of my consequences are real. I mapped out how much money I want to make in a year, and that's how many spots I open in a month. Like I made the math from it, and that's it, right? My workshops are live, and I do not sell the recording. So the only place you can buy them is before the workshop is held. So my consequences are real. When you include, when you include reasons why now you speed leads up, because people understand everybody has unlimited time frames except this one, and people are more likely to buy when things go away. People hate anything.
I love this. I love this. Again, he's throwing stones. Again, I know I'm saying the same things, but this is what he's doing. Throwing stones, making his thing sound better. Because his model is something different. So that's the angle he's going for.
Things taken away. And when you're willing to do so, it sends a message to the market that tomorrow you might not be there. So these 4 offer components, we only use it on people who have already bought a thing. And this is what allows us to convert clients without a sales call. Now, once we have clients, then we use something that I learned in the software world. And this one actually proved to be, I think, the most valuable lesson I learned when I did software. So I was part of this software.
How he learned it?
We sold it.
Authority.
It's the more valuable lesson we got. The money is not in just getting more clients. The money is making every client worth more. And this is
another aha
really
moment.
important distinction. When was the last time you upsold a client? When was the last time you spun up something and be like, to the people who already pay you, would you like to pay more? Somehow, we just don't offer them anything, and that's a huge waste of potential because these guys are already paying you. They already trust you, right? So they're closest. At the risk of being banned, who is the easiest woman to sleep with? The one you already met, right? Because she already trusts you. Right? So same thing applies.
Analogy. Funny one.
Do so. And this is where it's important to make a distinction. I'm going to delete the Skype thing because if not, I won't be able to draw what I want. I realized it. But I don't sell offer suites. I sell it with offer shells. And the difference is...
again.
So what is an offer suite? An offer suite, according to the industry, is when you have many offers, right? So let's say you have a mastermind, you have a course, you have a community, low ticket, and you have a program, right? Whatever. Now, I have beef with that. Why? Because if you improve, let's say, your course, then that doesn't mean that your program gets better, or that your mastermind gets better, or that your community gets better. So what was meant to have 4x efficiency is actually 1/4 of efficient. I'm not a fan of doing any of this because then you're scattered, and it's hard to sell because then it's like, how do you tell which one is the best for each one? And then people want to be like, okay, 1 sounds good, but 2 and 3, and then it's less than that, right? Not a fan. What do we sell instead? We don't sell offer suites, we sell offer shells. An offer shell is not many offers, it is one offer with many different levels of access. This is easy to sell and easy to understand. So what does this look like in practice? For example, the other day, I ran a workshop on, well, it's irrelevant what I ran it on, right? Now,
look at this.
Why
wow.
am I showing you this now? It's because during that workshop, there were people who bought.
By the way, you're also getting value. I said this in the previous video, but you're not just getting marketing things from here. You're also getting value.
A one-time,
which is ironic, if you think about it.
Fee to that workshop. Inside that same call, there were people paying me recurring. Inside that same call, there were people paying me more because they had closer level of access to me. And inside that same call, there were people paying me even more. The offer shell doesn't monetize things. Everybody has access to the same thing. It monetizes access. One offer, different levels of access. So for example, this person has one-time access to me. This person has more access, this person has more access, and this person has close to unlimited access. Well, not close to unlimited, but closer, right? Why does this matter? Because this is quite easy to understand. This is how I get people and clients texting me, hey, Jackie, do you have closer access for this month? Do you have closer access because I'd like to get started next year, like, and set up, like, my business for 2025, whatever, right? So it's important for you to shape things as not different offers, which increases complexity.
So this is what he's telling you. Just do one offer. It's also going to be easier because you won't have all these things. And you just sell different things. You just have more access to you. That's it.
different levels of access, which reduces complexity.
Also getting so many ideas from his.
It's easier to sell, and it's easier to buy. And it also limits you to only work with the dudes you want. Because you can only give closer access to people who you actually love working with. Everybody else, and
he's selling you the other dream, because people don't want to have clients that... But actually nobody wants to work with people they don't like. So this is another thing he's selling you on.
Told my VA, in all honesty, like, dude, this guy's never becoming a client. He can buy the workshop if he wants, but like, dude, I ain't working with him. Right? And you probably have some people like that too. The offer shell allows you to only work with people you want, to upsell them way easier, and it's easier to sell. Well, you don't have to think about, okay, how do I improve my mastermind, my course, and whatnot. It's just one model. It's what allows me to have 96.5% profit margins, because it's just so simple and so easy to understand for everybody involved.
So simple, it's so easy.
And this is how we upsell people. We don't offer them different things. We just have an offer shell with different levels of access, and people can fit themselves wherever they want to in the model. This is how I have, in some months, 10 clients make me more than 70 clients. Why? Because they were just like, they pay 2, 3, sometimes 7 times as much when they're in the higher tiers than when they're in the lowest tiers. And especially if you have an audience, like, be real, like 1 to 3% of people are going to become clients. What are you going to do with the other 97%, right? Might as well sell them something. So this is kind of how the offer shell works, and why it matters to me so much. And this is why I upsell people every 2 weeks. Sometimes people downsell, sometimes people upsell, but they're still in the system, right? I monetize efficiently and simply, not with many offers, but with one offer with different levels of access called the offer shell. So let's bring it full circle. What does the cash creator model? What is the cash creator model based in? Prospect inertia. The more money someone gives you, the more money they're likely to give you. And prospect inertia is based in simplicity. What is the minimum effective dose of a $100,000 a month business with just me and a VA with 96% profit margins? This is it. For me, is you getting leads with well-paid by putting your philosophy out there.
Now he's gonna summarize everything. That's what he's gonna do.
Into profit and perspective.
I want to see the
By looking
CTA.
at yourself as a coach, a consultant, and X, Y, and Z, but by looking at yourself as somebody who solves problems. 2, you turn them into customers. How do you do so? You don't give them value because value slows leads down. You give them insight because insight speeds leads up. And you do so not by giving them the answer so that they will do things. You give them by proving you have the answer so that they will buy things. An audience built with value attracts sellers. An audience built with insight attracts buyers, and that's the magic of it. And I wish I did this before, because I have 200,000 followers on Instagram.
I wish that I did it before.
On X, and 15,000 followers on Instagram. The other audience is like more than 10 times bigger. Yet they both make the same amount of money. Instagram makes me the same amount as X, even though that was 200,000 followers. Why? Because one was built with value, the other one was built with insight. Okay, so then how do you turn those into customers? Is you use what you already have. You don't sell the big thing, you sell the assets, the repurposing, and the things you can get paid to create, and the small things. You turn that into one big client worth me up. A team. I managed to keep my money, not give it away to a team, a sales team, ads.
Let's see the pitch.
Whatever, software, right? Or an agency, and I get to keep 96% of it. And this is how I'm going to take it to $100,000 per month in personal profit by the end of the year, by following the cash creator way. This is it. If you struggle with anything we mentioned today, I'd love to help you implement this. So you can text me on any social, 1JK Molina on Twitter and Instagram, that's ONEJK Molina. And on LinkedIn, it's not that, it's David Molina. So you can text me on those, I'll help you implement this thing. And we can do many things, we can work on margins, time, profits, whatever you want. But really, the main goal is for you to have lots of blank space on the calendar, lots of profit in the bank, stop having it disappear, make a ton of cash, be happy.
Clear offer. Ton of money in the cash, more time.
Less than 4 hours a day. So if you like my help,
Boom.
you know where to find me.
I love this, man. Such a good VSL, man. Such a good VSL. Even the previous one, such a good VSL. I love this. I love this. So yeah, that was it for me for today. If you like this, make sure to like, subscribe, share, and see you in the next one. And also make sure to drop me what is the biggest takeaway from this. Peace.